Madam Chair, we're live.
Thank you. I'd like to call the meeting to order at 5:03 p.m. If we can all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Right hand over your heart. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, under God. I'd like to go ahead and start with roll call. Anita Diaz. Here. Maria Davalos. Here. Mario Flores. Absent, and myself, I am here. I'd like to move on to the approval of meeting minutes from the meeting of February 2nd.
I'll approve.
A second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 3-0. We will go on to public communication. If there is anybody wishing to speak, now is your time. You have 3 minutes. I show no interest, so we will go ahead and close public communication and move on to report of officers, commissioners, or committees. Maria Moreno.
Yes, Madam Chair, Commissioners, good afternoon. I have a Program Supervisor, Wendy Hernandez, who's going to be providing a recap on this year's Lunar New Year celebration. She'll be sharing some of the beautiful images from the event.
Good evening, Madam Chair and Commissioners.
Good evening.
Thank you for having me here today. I just wanted to share some pictures, share a little bit about our annual Lunar New Year celebration, which we had just last month on Wednesday, February 11th. The annual event was held at the Esther Snyder Community Center gym, and the event has grown over the years. We had nearly 200 participants this year, so a little bit more than last year. This year's Lunar New Year, for those that are not already aware, is the Year of the Horse. During the celebration, we had guests, as they checked in, everyone received a red envelope or hong bao, as it's called, which is a significant part of Lunar New Year. The red color symbolizes good luck, happiness, and prosperity, and the money inside is a gesture of goodwill intended to bless the recipient and ward off evil spirits, although we gave gold coins. Still something for them to enjoy. And then as far as refreshments, they actually got a little bit more than just refreshments. So they had a plate of some yummy food. Some of what was on the plate has a symbolic meaning. So the chow mein noodles that were included, those are eaten to represent a long life. And then the oranges that we included are for prosperity and for good luck. And then they also enjoyed green tea and fortune cookies. Fortune cookies the chow mein came from our local Main Express, and they, again, this year donated the fortune cookies for the event. They're always a good supporter of our programs. And then we had a lion dance performance that we brought in. The lion dance, for those of you that don't know, is meant to bring good luck, prosperity, and joy while scaring away the evil spirits. So that's always a treat, really important for many of our participants, especially from the Chinese culture that have told me that they really do appreciate that. It's a treat, but it has a lot of significance for Lunar New Year. And then performances this year, we try to keep it within our time frame because last year we had a lot of great performers, but a lot of performances. So we scaled it down a little bit this year, but still had 5 of our community-based dance groups. The only one that is not local, but they continue coming and supporting our event, is the Arcadia Happy Dancers. They, however, have history with us because they've been performing in our Lunar New Year event back even when, before we brought it to our community center and senior center, when we worked closely with the school district. So they continue to reach out at least the last 2 years that I've been here, which is really great to have. But again, a really great, strong group of performers. The other ones are all regular dance groups that practice at our Esther Snyder Community Center and our senior center. So we have the International Square Dance Group, which holds a class at the senior center 4 days a week. And that's been actually had some growing interest. I'll talk about it a little bit later. And then the Lily Shu Dance Group, the Tai Chi Group, that's another one of our groups, and then the Baldwin Park Dance Group. There are some pictures of some of the performances. A few more pictures, and you can see in the middle pictures just like how we transform the gym for just like other events, but especially this event. You can hardly tell that it's a gym. That balloon was designed by our staff, so that was at the entrance of the event. And then right here, this picture, this is our International Square Dance Group. So I just wanted to mention them really quickly because again, they've been, that dance group has been meeting at the senior center for at least 4 years, going on 5 years. And what's really neat about them is that they have really, many of our programs at the senior center, they're open for anyone to participate in. But sometimes you have groups that seniors that don't participate as much in some groups. And we've had a growing interest by some of our, and that group, the International Square Dance, has primarily been Asian, seniors of Asian descent. And so we've had some more of our diverse groups participating in that weekly class. And so this year we actually had 2 of our Latina seniors that performed with them, which was really neat. It's a fun class. Our seniors really look for a lot of like fitness in their day and every day if they can. And so this is one of those classes. Again, like I said, that meets 4 times a year. And I wanted to also mention, as you probably noticed with all the different dance groups, how elaborate and beautiful their costumes are. Some of them spent like $100 on their costume. So they take it really serious. And it's really neat to work with all the groups. They're very excited. So come early January, once we're over with our new, our new year, they're knocking on my door or my email like almost every day for excited about the event. So very dedicated to it. We're very lucky to have them. And then lastly, we just want to say thank you to our sponsor. So we had BMO that's just across the street from us that joined us, Main Express, and then Regal Medical Group that was on site at the event to provide some information on their services, some free goodies, and also contributed financially towards the cost of the lion dancers. Thank you, and I can take any questions if there are any. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for the presentation.
You're welcome.
And now, I would like to bring Community Service Supervisor Alberto Rea, who will be providing us a recap on the Baldwin Park Greenway grand opening. He'll provide us some also beautiful images of the event and detail of everything that took place.
Good evening, Commissioners. The item that I'll go ahead and present on is the grand opening of the Greenway, the Baldwin Park Greenway. So wanted to show a few images so it kind of captures the great experience that was held by everyone there. And then just to kind of put it in a nutshell, the significance, right, of the Baldwin Park Greenway and what it means to the city of Baldwin Park as we move forward. So the Baldwin Park Greenway grand opening took place on Saturday, March 14th, 2026. It was held at the Walnut Creek Nature Park. And
Hold on, I'm sorry, March 14th?
sorry, February 14th, correct. I was thinking about this one. Thank you. And then the duration of the event in itself, it took up approximately three and a half hours or so. So it was anywhere between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. During this event, or leading up to this event, we did hold marketing where through social media, city website, digital display boards, and then just physical canvassing by providing flyers to neighboring community members around Walnut Creek Nature Park. We were able to attract a large sum of individuals to confirm attendance. As you guys can see, we had approximately, or we did have 115 registered individuals for the event. For the day of the event, there was a little bit more than 115 that attended, as we did have walk-ins throughout the day. So we did have a good audience that day. That it was a combination of community residents, city leadership, elected officials, partnering agencies, project funders, community partners, and then also media and local press that was in attendance that day. As part of the program, we did have our city council, led by our chief executive officer Manny Carrillo. They were spearheading the announcements and the program for the day. So as part of the program, as you guys can see, there was a large audience in attendance. So we did have various things set up, such as the invocation, Pledge of Allegiance, national anthem. There were various dignitaries from neighboring cities as well that attended. We did have project remarks, presentations that took place, along with a tribal acknowledgement that was held a little bit prior to the ribbon cutting and the plaque unveiling. So it was I would say it was a very jam-packed agenda that we had for the day, right? But nonetheless, this segued to the key component of the event, which was the plaque unveiling and the ribbon cutting that I'll show shortly. And this is where you guys can see the plaque unveiling and the ribbon cutting. So two components of the Baldwin Park Greenway that were both adjacent to each other. So we held them subsequently one after the other. But nonetheless, following this this ribbon cutting, show some images of the users, which right after the opening of it, in partnership also with Active SGV, who were there providing loaner bikes, individuals were able to experience what the Greenway offers, right, and provides. Here you guys can see some of the images. You have folks that are running. We did have our Baldwin Park running club out there, so a few of those individuals that like to run and not bike per se. You guys can see Active SGV, you guys can see the bikes that are there. And then there was also lunch provided after the ribbon cutting itself, where individuals, they were able to get refreshments, and then some food, beverages, just because it was a little hot on that day. So as part of, before I culminate, a few of the things that I did want to mention was, our city website does contain information regarding the Greenway, and primarily as it pertains to the hours of operation. So it is open Monday through Sunday, from dawn to dusk. There's various entry points where it's been promoted through our social media platforms in terms of guidelines, proper ways, manners, and how to use the Greenway, such as Class 1, Class 2 bikes, and basically ensuring that there's a safe way and a safe manner and where individuals can enjoy while being at the Greenway. But again, to avoid injury, avoid any risk, as part of that. So it's part of you can call it a campaign for us to kind of keep educating individuals on how to properly use the greenway. That's something that we're gonna be releasing as we come forward is marketing through social media, the dedicated web page that emphasizes those guidelines on the city website. And then in a nutshell, putting into summary what the grand opening is, as was mentioned on our previous meeting, is it's obviously part of a larger scale project to expand connectivity within the city, right? So part of this connection is also entertaining what the 2.6 mile project of the Big Dalton would be, connecting Hilda Solis to the Walnut Creek Park, right? So again, it was an event where there was a lot of people in attendance. A lot of people of different locations came by. They wanted to explore. They wanted to see what the Greenway offers. And nonetheless, it provided excitement for all populations. The Greenway it is ADA accessible, so it doesn't exclude any age or ability, right, in that sense. So overall, I would say on behalf of the Community Service Department, it was a great day for the city of Baldwin Park in terms of the milestone that was accomplished on that day, right, with the opening. But I'll leave it up now for any comments or questions.
I have a few things. Actually, I have a few things. I was wondering, will it go up to Los Angeles Street towards the River Grade or maybe along River Grade Road? The Greenway, will it go northbound past Ramona? If Los Angeles, Ramona Boulevard, and that's because I made it I rode on the e-bike. I was there that day. I enjoyed the event very much. It was very fun, very educational. And on the e-bike, I made it as far as 605. I passed under the 605, and I went along the route continuing north, and under the 10 freeway towards Ramona Boulevard. Will it go past towards Los Angeles Street or going towards River Grade Road?
Actually, once you get to Ramona, you have to go west on Ramona and cross to the other side of the river, the riverbed.
Oh, okay.
And that will connect you to Santa Fe Dam.
Oh,
You'll continue on that side. Okay?
okay.
So that'll be on the west side.
And also, I was on the program. I enjoyed the program, but the commissioners I think there was a typo because the commissioners were not mentioned. Madam Chair Bernal, also a co-chair here, none of us were mentioned. I was just wondering if there was a typo or something. I was just wondering. On the program,
No.
I was just wondering, the commissioners were not mentioned. Yeah.
The announcements were made for those present, but I know you had arrived after that.
Oh, okay. I was
Mhm.
just wondering.
Thank you, Maria. April.
Well, I just wanted to share that it was a beautiful event I attended, and very proud to see all of these special events that are upgrading our city for our families. And I had a great time, and thank you all so much for your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alberto. Thank you for commissioners. I know you guys were able to attend and enjoy the beautiful festivities that day. Also, I would like to now bring Program Supervisor Armando Nava, who will recap on the Know Your Rights workshop that we had. Armando?
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Chair and Commissioners. The City of Baldwin Park hosted Know Your Rights Immigration Community Workshop in partnership with the Immigration Resource Center of San Gabriel Valley. The purpose of the workshop was to provide general information about the individual rights and the available community resource for people impacted by the current activity, ICE activities going on here in the San Gabriel Valley. The event took place on Tuesday, February 24th at the Senior Center, and it was streamed live through YouTube. Again, the purpose of this was to educate the community. Also, we would and did inform anyone that was listening that if they had any questions or any, or further concerns regarding, anything with ICE, to contact the resource center or to contact the family service center, and we could guide them from there. It was streamed live on YouTube, and now it's on our city website. So if anybody wants to look at it or wants to get any more education or more be more informed of their rights, they're able to watch that that live stream on our city website. Thanks to my colleague Alberto Rea. He also helped me with that event. So we were able to put it out on live stream. We have a few residents who showed up on the day of the event. Again, but we made it to make it stream live for individuals who, if they were kind of hesitant about showing up in person. Any questions? Again, I'm sorry, one more thing. We are going to be working closely with the San Gabriel Resource Center with future workshops, again, to continue to educate our community here in Baldwin Park. Any questions? No?
Thank you, Armando. And now I would like to invite April Rojo, Program Supervisor, who will be providing us a presentation on the Spring Fest and Egg Hunt for Saturday, April the 4th. April?
Yes, good evening, Madam Chair and Commissioners. Our Spring Fest and Egg Hunt will be taking place on Saturday, April 4th at Morgan Park. And there are numerous elements. The font had got distorted. There are numerous elements that take place with our Spring Fest, which all happen between the hours of 9 to 12. And it's to keep everyone entertained while they're waiting for our actual egg hunt, which begins at 10:45. So when they arrive at 9 a.m., they're able to participate in all our free activities, which are the arts and crafts, the inflatable jumpers, the bubble play. We have characters strolling around. They can take photos with the spring bunny. And then we have In-N-Out that will be doing merch giveaways. We have one food vendor. And then this year we have Cane's that will be giving out lemonade. And all of this is taking place throughout the event from the 9 to 12 hour. And then at 10 o'clock, we have our magic show that takes place at the amphitheater. That's so all the kids can gather there to get the instructions on the egg hunt. And I do have a few pictures of all the elements. So our free arts and crafts, it takes place in front of the community center near the military monument. And we don't provide chairs because we do get a big amount of attendance, a large attendance. So they're just supposed to put their craft together and take it home. And we do have staff that are assisting for this. And then our inflatable jumpers are aged. We put them in age categories and we have timed limit. So we do have lines organized where staff are keeping track of the time for each inflatable. And this was new last year and it was a hit. So we're bringing them back. We're bringing a little bit of a different type of inflatable. It's more of an obstacle course instead of the regular jumper. This is our butterfly exhibit. This is a very nice exhibit that we probably have included for the past 3 years now in some of our events. We have a company that breeds these butterflies. They're monarch butterflies, and they bring out a special tent that's netted, and we do bring in small groups at a time. And they're able, any age is able to go in, and they give them a special Q-tip that has a little bit of I think it's like sugar water, and they just land on their little Q-tip, or they're able to visit the little butterflies on a plant that's located inside of the tent. And this is all supervised by the company, so they stay out all day, 9 to 12. And then this is our bubble play area. In this first picture, there weren't that many kids there because it was taken early, but this got highly used, and it's super cool because there's wands of all sizes. And there's also 2 attendants there in that area. And the kids enjoyed it. They had fun playing with all the bubbles. And then we have our magician at the amphitheater, and he was very interactive with all our public. He brought out adults and some kids to do some activities with him. This year we like to rotate some of our magicians. So this year it will be Zany Zoe. She's a magician that was here 2 years ago, and everybody seems to enjoy the show. Last year we had the spring bunny inside the Adobe rooms, but this year we're going to bring him outside in the grass area because we're providing all the photos for free. The city will be, the department will be sponsoring that for everyone, and they'll get a link. It'll go straight to their phone, similar as a photo booth. And the photographer will be providing this throughout the event from 9 to 12. We have a company that comes out and they do strolling characters, very, very popular with all the kids. The fairies were super cute. And then we had a little Mad Hatter themed, so that way it wouldn't take away from our bunny that we have, but it's still bringing a element of spring with Alice in Wonderland characters. And then our large egg hunt. We ordered 22,000 eggs. And we have 5 different areas. The 2 areas in the front of the park are for the older kids, 7 and up, and then the 2 areas in the back of our amphitheater are for the younger kids. And with a new addition to last year, we included our inclusive area, which we're also doing this year. This year, we also purchased headphones if they wanted to borrow the headphones for the inclusive area. It's for the children that are very sensitive to sound because we do have an overwhelming amount of kids on that side of the park. So we do have a special section for them. And this year, we're going to incorporate different elements. For those that are in wheelchairs, we're going to be doing a tabletop egg hunt for them. Like it's going to be all in one area, but different elements. They're also going to have sensory play areas, and then they're regular. If they are sensitive to large crowds, this area can accommodate a smaller group. But going back to our larger egg hunt, we added this netting, and that's the reason why I chose that picture. We've had issues in the past with starting the egg hunt early because some of the kids would run in before we were allowing them to. And with a lot of the gathering of parents or guardians, we decided to move the egg hunt so it accommodates a larger space. So we are now extending it the lengthways of our field in the back. So this should help with the crowd. And then the netting helped last year with keeping the crowd out till it was time, which is 10:45. And then our eggs are all toy filled and some jelly bean, but all the snacks that we throw out on the grass are healthy. We have some tangerines. We have Mott's for applesauce for the kids, and then some cookies and crackers that are that abide by our health sugar standards. So they get a kick out of that. And we do have 8 special golden eggs in each section. So we give out 8 spring baskets. And those are given out at the end of the egg hunt. They can come and bring their golden egg ticket and collect their prizes. And we do have special baskets that are for the ages 3 and under. Because they don't eat candy or they can't, play with the ball. So we do have some special baskets for the infants and toddlers. But I think that's all the elements. We are always improving our events and listening to our community and commissioners and all the good advice. So we are very, it was a beautiful event, and we're very hopeful that this year will be even a better success. Any questions?
I do. Last year I was there and I enjoyed watching everything. It was really a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, very high energy. The ones that were the area were for the egg hunt that was on Ramona and Baldwin Park Boulevard. What were those age designations?
Those ages, it would be 7 to 12.
Okay, and that and in that area space, will it be? They was pretty tight last year. I don't want to. I don't want to say it, but unfortunately, there was some pushing and shoving amongst the kids or elbowing. They were competing. Obviously, they were trying to load up. Everybody's excited.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just wondering, will it be larger this year?
Yes.
They could expand.
That was one of the items that last year we ended up pulling a few of the barricades that we used, the white picket fence, to use in another location. So this year we went out, measured, we shared our measurements with the company so we could get the exact amount of barricades for each section. So they will be extended. And we're hopeful it'll be a nicer space for everyone because they do get competitive, but that age group, they listen more
Yes.
than the other age groups.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, April. That pretty much concludes our reports of officers. Madam Chair and Commissioners.
Thank you, Maria. At this time, we'll move to commissioner requests and communications, and we'll start with Anita. Anything?
I enjoyed the Black History Month event last Saturday. It was just a lot of fun. Shooting hoops was a lot of the basketball, the hoop bus was a lot of fun. Everybody was just shooting. It was a warm day. It was a hot day, so I was glad to see the tables. Everything was moved indoors, much more comfortable with the air conditioning. So I enjoyed that. That aspect. So everyone went well. Also, I was riding the bus today, the Baldwin Park Transit, and now they have I got a copy, but it's in Spanish. The new Dallin ride, and it's gonna be They're gonna have something tomorrow afternoon. Looks like at 3 p.m. at the Walnut Creek. The new mini buses, the Dollar ride. So I just thought I'd just share that along. Thank you.
Maria, can you share a little bit about that?
Sure. Yes, the Dollaride informational meeting is for the Dollaride and the transit, regular transit information. As you know, the city has a new service provider, it's Transdev. So we have transitioned from the old service provider to the new. So we are working out the kinks within the program. So we are having a meeting tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Walnut Creek Nature Park to gather any issues and try to work them out. So it's an informational meeting as well. And that it's at 3 o'clock.
Excuse me, do you need to have like a special criteria? Like, do you have to have like the access pass, or do you need to be a certain have like a certain or income or anything, or just any Baldwin Park resident can just dial up and ride?
For the Dollaride, Wendy will go ahead and provide you the criteria.
Yes, so for the Dial-A-Ride program, you do need to be 60 years of age, or if it's a person with disabilities. And we assist with the application for Dial-A-Ride at the Julia McNeil Senior Center.
Any other questions?
I have one in regards to the Dial-A-Ride and the disability part. So what do they need to show?
So they would provide documentation. Normally, they could provide also something that's like medical. Sometimes they'll even provide something from the DMV.
Access pass, the access credential, would that work? Or the
No, I don't know if I would say that we would look at that as well. But I don't know if we've necessarily had that as documentation. It may be something though that we can accept.
the Metro one, that orange pass, the orange tap card, the orange yellow, I can't remember what color it is.
No, I don't believe so. And I can double check with our staff, but it has been medical documentation or DMV.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have any questions. Again, on behalf of all of the commissioners, we'd like to thank you for a job well done. You guys always shine. I hear others speaking about, programs that we have, and everybody is just so excited about it. I heard a lot of good report on the event last Friday, the botas and Banda, yes, a lot of people, speaking to that and how enjoyable it was, and looking at some of the posts from the mayor, yeah, you could see that everybody was just having a great time, and it was perfect weather. So, thank you guys for thinking outside the box and keeping that Socolo going. We appreciate that. And so, with that being said, would somebody like to move for adjournment?
I'll move.
A second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 5:39 PM. Thank you.